Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at a couple different sections. 2 Samuel chapter 5, but only the first 10 verses, and then 1 Chronicles chapters 11 and 12. So let's start with 2 Samuel 5 verses 1 through 10. This is the moment that David becomes king over all of Israel. So finally, after years of waiting, David becomes king over the entire nation, not just over Judah. The leaders of Israel come to him and say, "We know you're the one God chose." They make a covenant with him at Hebron, and David is anointed king over all 12 tribes. One of David's first moves as king is taking Jerusalem, called Jebus at the time. The Jebusites taunt him, saying even the blind and lame could defend the city against him, but David does not back down. With strategy and courage, David captures the fortress of Zion, which becomes the famous city of David. God's promises often take time, but he is faithful, and David's rise to the throne shows how God uses patience, perseverance, and faithfulness to fulfill his plans. 1 Chronicles chapter 11, then, as we move ahead, is all about the mighty warriors of the people of David. This is going to zoom in on David's inner circle of mighty warriors, the elite fighters who stood with him even before he became king. It's like reading a Hall of Fame list. It starts with a brief retelling of David becoming king and capturing Jerusalem. Then we meet heroes like Jashabim, who once killed 300 enemies with his spear, and Eleazar, who fought until his hand was frozen to his sword. These men showed radical courage and loyalty. There's even the amazing story of 3 warriors sneaking through enemy lines just to get David a drink of water from his hometown well. If we move on then to chapter 12, this is how the growing army surrounds David. This is going to show how David's support base just keeps growing. Even while Saul was still king, warriors from every tribe, Benjamin, Gad, Manasseh, and more, came to David's side. These weren't just any soldiers either. They were experts in battle, strong and ready for action at a moment's notice. One important detail, they came with a loyal heart. They didn't just join David because it looked smart. They believed in the calling God had placed on his life. By the time David is made king in Hebron, the text says there's great joy in Israel. See, God often builds his plans quietly behind the scenes, gathering people and preparing hearts long before the big moment actually happens. So here's the question: what's God building in your life today? Be well, friends.